The hurricane season is in full flow and all eyes are on Florence heading for the eastern United States, as well as Isaac, which is heading for the Lesser Antilles. And basically there are hurricane watches out for Guadeloupe, Martinique and Dominica. They're expecting hurricane conditions within the next 48 hours. And tropical storm conditions are also possible for Antigua, Montserrat and St. Kitts Nevis as they go through later on a Thursday as well. So there we have Florence, there is Isaac and there is Eileen. Eileen poses no threat to land. It is basically heading out to sea, but we do have Isaac, which as a tropical storm may well be near hurricane strength as it nears the island chain. So obviously the concerns here are definitely for Guadeloupe down towards St. Lucia, Dominica as well, with the flooding rain, damaging winds, rough seas and coastal flooding. But it's not all bad news in the fact that welcome rainfall could be alleviating some of the drought conditions, especially out towards Antigua. And now you can see here the green colors there, this pulsing as the system rotates, throwing some rain above it. So we could be seeing some of that coming towards Antigua. But for Tobago right now, it's mostly settled, and it should be a settled night for those of you heading into the first part of the morning. But do watch out for the clouds to swing by from the north, pushing through Charlottesville down towards Plymouth and into Buku as well, with a scattering of showers as you go through your day. Out towards Trinidad, a clear night for many of you. It'll be a starry night, especially if you can get to see all the way out into the styles, and you'll likely see a bit more of the sunshine the first thing in the morning. But the clouds will begin to roll across the northern range, pushing through into Maraval and into Port of Spain. Possibility of a shower here, maybe the slight chance of a thunder shower erupting during the heat of the afternoon, especially around the western areas. But overall, you'll just be seeing fair skies. Brief showers are pushing through, and as I said, down towards southern areas as well, just the slight chance of a rumble or two. Now, after a warm night, no lower than 24 degrees Celsius, expect a hot 34 across Trinidad, maybe a touch lower in Tobago, 33 expected there, but still feeling quite hot as they go into Thursday. And it is around a Thursday and Friday the instability will be with us. A lot more moisture to come for Tobago as well as Trinidad, and that will likely spark some of those thundery showers. Some of them could turn heavy out towards Friday for Trinidad and maybe lingering into Saturday. Now, for those heading offshore, the Isaac is not a direct threat to us, but it has been sending us some swells. Could be seeing some northeasterly swells of 11 seconds as you go through your Wednesday. A slight to moderate chop, 1.5 meters, maybe pushing 2 meters as we get towards Thursday, with gentle east-northeasterly winds of about 10 knots. And there's only one low tide for you tomorrow, and that's at noon. Now, across the Eastern Caribbean, obviously they are all watching for Isaac. Meanwhile, Florence is well away from us, poses no threat, obviously, to the Eastern Caribbean, as well as for those of you towards the Greater Antilles. But if you are traveling up to the Lesser Antilles, especially up towards Barbados, you could be seeing a few rain bands from Isaac beginning to affect them as they go through their Wednesday, and some of that as well pushing into Dominica, but more so as you get towards Thursday. Now, for the Greater Antilles, Santo Domingo, as well as Port-au-Prince, some of those daytime thunder showers will still erupt, given that we still have a Florence out there basically cutting off most of the trade winds. So at least for us, it feels hot and humid with a few brief showers around. And again, Isaac poses no direct threat to Trinidad and Tobago. So that's your weather, and that's it from me.